Well, hello and welcome to day 3 of the 11th Women's European Handball Championships. Paul Bray here with you for this Group A match between Russia and Spain. And coming up later on, the hosts are on court once more against Poland. This is how the groups look then after a victory for Spain on the opening day. They topped the group. Hungary and Russia played out a draw. So Russia step out onto the court first. The Russians who pulled off a last-gasp equaliser courtesy of Vuskova against the host Hungary on Sunday to keep alive their hopes of a main round place. They have been world champions, the Russians. They have been Olympic champions, but they have never won the European Championship. And now here come the Spaniards, comfortable 29-20 winners over Poland in their opening match. And they know that victory here in this match will book their main round place with a minimum of 2 points to carry forwards. Much at stake here then today. We are in the Audi Arena in Győr. New facility opened recently in the northwest of Hungary, host of course to the Hungarian perennial champions Győrieto. Teams now being introduced to the audience, starting with Russia. Well, it was the youngest player on court who impressed for Russia in the opening match, as 19-year-old playmaker Dmitrieva scored 7 of their 9 goals against Hungary on Sunday. Although it's probably the experienced right winger Vuskova who will be remembered for scoring the last-ditch equaliser against the hosts. Coach Trefilov, who resumed control a few months ago, has recalled a few of his old guard, including right back Bliznova, right winger Uskova, Davydenko, the left back, and Marenikova, but also brought in some exciting new players such as Dmitrieva, who I've just mentioned earlier, Bobrovnikova and Petrova. They also had one of the tallest teams in the competition at 1.80 m. There is their coach, Evgeny Trefilov, taken over again after a brief spell by Krokin that proved rather unfruitful. And now the team of Spain. Right winger Martin was Spain's top scorer and deserved MVP against Poland on Sunday with a very economical 9 goals from 10. But Peña and Mange were also very impressive with 5 goals apiece. Left backs Cabral and Fernandez a bit more expensive with their shooting. Nunes and Chavez received little service on the line, but that said, the Spaniards tend to use them a lot for blocking purposes to drive through. Now this goalkeeper Temprano, chosen ahead of the more experienced Gonzalez, didn't play in their first game as Navarro pulled off 13 saves, played brilliantly. Despite a healthy lead, in fact, on Sunday, the coach Dueñas didn't really turn the bench. He left 3 players without any court time whatsoever. There is Martin on the right. Did well to get through her first game, in fairness. She injured herself in opening games at the Olympics in London and the World Championships last year, her knee both time, and took her out of the competition and did club handball for 3 months after that. A bit longer on the London Olympics injury. But very experienced team. They average 87 internationals apiece, the Spaniards, and that not accounting for Temprano, who's a debutant. And there is Dueñas, the coach, who's taken them to great success, but never quite gold at the European Championships. Silver medalists, 2008 is the closest they've come to it. The referees have been introduced, Kursad Erdogan and Ibrahim Ozdeniz from Turkey. Their first major competition. Now the supervisor and observers from the European Handball Federation being introduced. Josip Pozavec of Croatia and Rui Coelho of Portugal. Some of the Russian fans are here hoping that they can keep the Euro 2014 campaign on track, but it's going to be tough against a hugely experienced Spanish side. It is one of the concerns that Trefilov has, that his team may lack experience and be a little too young compared to the old pros from Spain. Final touch has been put, though, to the spectators. Yes, we are watching. We have the national anthems, starting with Russia. Russian anthem, players all up and ready for it. And now Spain. So the anthem's over and the teams will wheel around at the customary greetings and exchange of gifts. And of course, to decide who will throw off and who will stay on which side. Trefilov and Dueñas meet up in the centre. Teams have played 10 times, each winning 4 and a draw. Last encounter was at the European Championships 2 years ago in the main round. 25 all on that occasion, one of the 2 draws, with Russia winning the last 2 encounters before that. Let's have a look then at the team lineup, starting with Russia. Well, after her impressive debut on Sunday, Dmitrieva should start in the centre with Sen on the left and Bliznova on the right. Kuznetsova and Uskova should line up on the wings with Petrova on the line and the captain Sidorova in goal. But look out also for Bobrovnikova, who was very impressive in the opening game. Daria Dmitrieva, and they can find her number 27, just 19 years of age, her first major competition, plays for Dinamo Volgograd. Scored 7 goals on her debut for the Russians. Here is the Spanish lineup. Well, Info Martin should start on the right wing with Pinedo on the left. Peña started in the centre on Sunday, very impressive, and should be joined by Mangi at right back and probably Cabral at left back, although she struggled a little bit in the early stages, while Núñez should be on the line with the dependable Navarro, of course, behind them in defence, in goal. Temprano not really having got on court, the new keeper, number 84, at the top of the list on the opening there. I doubt she'll get on today against the Russians. So final high fives to the team. There is Yevgeny Trefilov. The Russian coach took over from Krokin earlier this year. Krokin tried the softly approach, ended up with 6 at European Championships and failing to qualify for the World Championships, hence Trefilov is back. Dueñas, though, he's been around for a while with Spain and done a very good job indeed. But the last 2 competitions, not so good for Spain. 11th 2 years ago in Serbia, 9th at the World Championships, and they really are looking to try and get back on form here. There is Carmen Martin, so impressive in the first game, 9 out of 10. Here we go then, Spain throw off this Group A match, playing in the all-yellow strip today, from left to right, Russia in the traditional all-red strip. The last Spanish win against Russia goes all the way back up to European Championships in 2010 in Denmark. These days, though, they are a very experienced outfit, while Russia have made quite a few changes, but do have some exciting young players. Looking for the wing, but no one there. First ball goes begging. Spain made a poor start in their opening game, but got better. Navarro to thank to settle their nerves. Once it did get going, the Poles were overwhelmed at 29-22 in that game, while Russia, well, they were 2 goals down in the last couple of minutes against the host Hungary, but helped by a Tomori 2-minute suspension, snatched a draw in the dying seconds of that game, courtesy of Uskova. 6-0 defence, a very tough defence as ever from the Spaniards, a lot of mobility. If they get a free throw, Sen, the player, foul. Looking for the line, brilliant play! It's Makieva who started on the line. wide, it's a penalty. There's the push in the back. Makieva at fault, and so Sidorova didn't save from 2 penalties. Faces up to Carmen Martin, who scored all 4 of hers on the opening day. Calmly taken, Sidorova lifted the right leg, and as soon as she did, Martin just dropped it next to the standing leg. 1-1. Oh, big gap all the way through, defending inside the area. Mange caught out. They've got to go out and block them. Bliznova driving in, and Mange's got herself a yellow card. So Navarro, who also faced 4 penalties on Sunday, didn't save any. Waiting for the Russian penalty taker to come on is Davydyenko. 2 from 2 in the competition so far. She plays for Baia Mare in Romania. Stands a little bit to the right and some way off the line. Nicely taken. Reach 1m84. She went for the near post. Well, if they're in that state now, what state those two are going to be in by the end of the game if it stays close? Nerves already jangling after less than 3 minutes played among some of the Russian fans. Mange, Cabral. Oh yes! Defending inside, Sen. Acknowledges the mistake and got herself a yellow card in the process. Both defenders jumping. Sen tried to close the door to no avail. They wait for a change of goalkeeper. Anna Sedoikina, who failed to save any of 5 penalties, her only appearance in the opening game against Hungary. Up against Martin. He scores again. To the bit. Sedoikina flinched first. So in the centre for Russia, Dmitrieva, number 27. Just 19 years of age, the youngest player. And yet entrusted with the most important role for Russia, and she did it with consummate professionalism on Sunday. Free throw Russia. Bliznova, player foul, number 8 on the far side. Windmill feint, not enough space for the wing though. Straight into the keeper by Dmitrieva. Saved by Navarro. First save in 3 shots. 2-2 the score remains, 4 minutes played. Peña in the centre. Worth mentioning that Sen, number 8 for Russia, and Macarena Aguilar, who didn't play on Sunday, gone out for a corner throw. But Aguilar of Spain, number 10, may see her later on. Both play for the local club here. This is their home arena. They play for Giorieto. Club mates, but today opponents. Set aside friendships for just 60 minutes. Oh, keeper got a hand to it, but Sidorova couldn't keep it out. Peña. Peña also plays in Hungary for GR rivals FTC Budapest. Same in the bottom of the picture, number 8 is the locally based player. Handed off to her by Bliznova. Oh, Dmitrieva, the pass behind her, she drove in. Basic error gives possession. Oh, Mange, she's so quick at those side steps. There was the mistake that led to the attack going back the other way. That's That's the goal, and also a yellow card for Zielińska, 5-year-old defender. So change on the line. Petrova comes in after Makijeva has struggled to make a mark there. Dmitrieva. Ooh, that was close, but that's nicely done. It was opportunist, but Navarro came out quickly, invited the lob, but instead tried to put it through her, and that might be what Trefilov's thinking. Mange, this time is well blocked. It'll be a free throw. Better defending, catch her early. The problem is if you move up and don't make contact with her, she'll go straight round. She's very quick, Mange. Plays for Fleury in France. Alongside Fernandez, Cabral and Lopez. 4 of them in the Spanish team. The wing, there's no space for Martin, who brings the ball out. Oh! It was just deflected by one of the Russian defenders who saw the danger. To keep possession for the time being, Bliznova, but dispossessed in the end by Elizabeth Chavez. Dmitrieva trying to organise things in the middle. She goes in on the line now to try and flatten the defence. That's going to be a free throw. Irina Bliznova, the 28-year-old, 106 internationals and 289 goals to her name. She feeds the ball in on the wing. Big gap. Kuznetsova scored 4 on Sunday. Mange just getting out of the way. In the process though. Ringing ear. Referee just checking that she is okay. Took the blow just before she went across. 1 goal in it then, 7.5 minutes played. Chavez, very good defender. He's actually playing in on the line for Spain, number 14. Also plays in France for Nice. Very experienced, 118 internationals. Playing the 4th European Championship. Penalty given, she managed to turn, and a yellow card as well for Petrova. 22-year-old from Rostov-Don, playing in her first major competition for Russia. Problem for her is that Chavez managed to turn around. Wins the penalty. Beautiful. Martin. 3 from 3, maintains a 100% record from the 7-meter line. 2-goal lead restored for Spain. Trefilov's main comment after the Russians eked out a draw against Hungary was there are some things we can do better. That's the understatement of the day. Kuznetsova, though, scores and pulls 1 back. Barking away, Trefilov in the background. He's not a quiet man. He's a lot quieter this time round than he was when he coached the team in his previous spell, and he was notorious for his bellowing. Too many steps. Break is on. Why didn't she feed the right wing? She had players free either side, and Petrova wasted the chance. Dmitrieva comes back on again. She's swapping with Zielińska in defence at the moment. Oh, stolen. Cabral. Top corner. Oh, rather over the head of the keeper. Could have been a tied score. Petrova had made the pass. It's a 2-goal lead for Spain. 2-minute suspension though. Elorja, 20-year-old from Bera. Gets sent off almost exactly on the stroke of 10 minutes played in this game, with Spain needing 6-4 against Russia in Group A. 4 groups of 4 teams at these European Championships. Only 3 go through to the main round from each group. That's nicely done. Again, Davydenko, 25-year-old who plays in Romania. Uses the gap. Pina is back on in the centre. Spain play without a line player while that suspension is served out by Ilorza. Mange, Cabral. Oh, tried to look for the wing, but fumbled the ball. Back come the Russians on a power play. Got to make the most of it into the wing. Not a big angle as the goalkeeper jumps though. Hungary-croatia puts it in underneath. All square. 6-all. Take that back. Going on the line, there's no space there for Pinedo. She's trying to block. Oh! Awkward bounce. Well, if you don't get your foot to the point of impact, it does make life difficult for you. Mange, the scorer. Goalkeeper didn't see that coming to the last second. Being short-handed, they've gone back in front against Spain. Dmitrieva, number 27, the playmaker. Push, free throw, surely. In the under-20 Russian team that went to the Junior World Championships last year, where they finished second. And, they've only just got back to full strength again, and now Chavez is sent off. Push in the air on Kuznetsova, on Dmitrieva rather. Dmitrieva, who really is impressive. She scored 36 goals as well for Dinamo Volgograd in the Champions League. 9th top scorer she is. Chance wasted though, as Navarro makes a good save. Cabral picks up the loose ball. It wasn't Cabral, it was Pinedo. Dueñas is happy with that, so's the bench. And so they're able to run the clock down a little bit more. Again, no line player, but they'll push someone in from the wing if they need to. Martin strays, they both do, the wingers. Focuses the attack down the centre. Cabral looking back, terrible pass back. Stolen by Kuznetsova. Mange getting in the way. Uskova trying to go around her. It was an attacking foul, say the referees. At the bottom of the picture you can see Trefilov pacing up and down. And he was worried about the Russian team being quite a bit less experienced than the Spaniards, and I suppose if you take a starting 7 that might be the case, although they still average 67 internationals per player, the Russians. It's going to be a... Well, that is not looking good. Let's have a look at this again. The ball comes in, Martin goes down. Doesn't seem to have twisted her knee. This is worrying because remember earlier I mentioned that she's twice gone out with knee ligament problems. The London Olympics in the opening game, she was injured and went out. And also the World Championships last year. Dueñas looks on thinking surely not a third time. While Trefilov uses the unexpected break to try and marshal his players. She's up and that's definitely not an ACL problem, as you can see. She is mobile. It didn't look like it either when she went down. It looked more like just a knock on the side of the knee. She is coming off though. And so Lopez may well be coming on, the 24-year-old who plays for the French side, Fleury. Number 2 has come on bottom left of the picture. Tries to box in Kuznetsova, not particularly successfully. They're still short-handed. That's nicely done. Level again. Uskova has just come on in place of Cherno Ivanenko. Lobs Navarro. 169, not a tall goalkeeper by international standards. She's very agile and does cover the goal well. So they are back to full strength now, Spain. So the Russians at least to level the score in the meantime. Oh, beautiful, Chavez save, but she was fouled in the act of shooting. Chavez has won a penalty. Sidorova, unimpressed with the decision, heads off for a goalkeeper substitution. And there's the foul. Slap on the hand, and Asen. So Cabral to take the penalty. Missed her only penalty on Sunday. Comes up against Sedoikina. No problem. Russian keeper barely has time to get her bearings. This group will merge with Group B, who are playing in Debrecen in the main round. A very tough group it's going to be, because that features Denmark, Norway, Romania and the Ukraine, and the Scandinavians are looking in storming form in that side of the draw. Long range shot off the post, unlucky. Mitrieva, Spaniards bring the ball up. Elorza now in the centre. Manga. And it's another penalty. She managed to get past the first defender, was on the line, and she got shoulder barged. 15 minutes played in the first half, and Asen once more caught at the back. She gets past Kuznetsova, and Sen just bundles her basically. It was that or let her shoot. Cabral once more to take it. Sedoikina, 30-year-old from Dinamo Volgograd. Oh, over the top, rushed it. Keeper moved, lifted the right leg. She should have just planted it down next to the standing leg, and Mange not too happy with the wasted opportunity. 4 penalties already though for Spain in the first half, 1 for Russia. Well, scored at least, excludes Cabral's miss. Sen, well, vents her frustration at giving away the last penalty with a stunning long-range effort right up in the top corner. Kilometers an hour. Still all square here. A win will see Spain guaranteed a place in the main round. Still wouldn't leave Russia out, would take it down to the wire, depending on the next results, of course, against Poland. Rather static. Sidorova rooted on her feet, tried to reach across to block, and Mange now has gone down. Seems fine though, she steps back up. 3 goals from 3 attempts now for Marta Mange. Played for a while in Serbia for Zajeca. There's the incident. I think she just went down awkwardly. Mange now playing in France. She's played in 4 World Championships. This is her 5th Europeans, and she's been at 2 Olympics. 251 internationals, Mange. 902 goals rather. Let's not put her down. Dmitrieva cuts back towards the middle. Poor shot. Oh, did well, but inside, say the referees. Dmitrieva, despite the success of the Russian under-20 team at last year's Junior World Championships, only Dmitrieva called up into the main team. They did have 3 other of the players in the long squad, but they didn't make it into the 16 here. Yakireva, Trusova and Ikneva. Manga seems fine now, back in the right back position. The ball's up, long pass. Lovely one-handed take. Beautifully finished. Polina Kuznetsova, left winger. Needed a good pass from Sidorova. She was closely marked. Mange tried to slap the ball, but the 27-year-old from Astrakhanotska Thanks to her tally of 240 international goals for Russia, it's all square again, 9-all. Long-range shot, trying for the corner, well covered this time by Sidorova. 18 minutes played. Into the fray comes Ekaterina Ilinya, number 33. And played for just under 4 minutes in their opening match. Oh, off the post again! So unlucky. The last two shots hitting the woodwork. Just needs a little bit of adjustment. Shooting efficiency, 69% for Spain is excellent. But then again, 56% for Russia, not bad. And coming around, Lopez. Back in on the line, Chavez. Goalkeeper parries it away, but it goes out to the side, and Uskova can't pick up the loose ball. Stays with Spain. Lopez comes through again. Two on the line, Mange from a closed angle, oh, through the legs of the keeper. Trying to put the ball back in play. No luck there, though, for Igoshku. Back come the Russian team. Ah! Surprised the goalkeeper as much as anything else. Anna Sen finally, after hitting the woodwork twice. The player from Giorieto gets a second. Russia are leading. Second time they're leading since going 1-0 up at the beginning of the game. Mange, good save, the ball's loose, Lopez has got it. Shoots straight into the goalkeeper again, Sidorova. Takes it on the chest. Sen tries to go through, get the free throw. 20 minutes played then in the first half. And Russia clawing their way back and now leading 10-9. This could be an interesting move. Bobrovnikova, the 27-year-old from Rostov-Don, comes on. Just 4 internationals for Russia before coming to these European Championships. Not so much her fault there, poor pass to her, but it's going to be punished by the Spaniards on the break. Beatriz Fernandez. First goal for her, and it's all square again. Turning the bench a little now, Trefilov. Brought on Ilina into the middle. First shot by Bobrovnikova, not too impressive. And the defender's getting a hand to it, takes the sting out of it, and Spain come back. Lopez dispossessed, unfairly say the referees. Possession stays with the Spaniards. This arena opened just a few months ago, a new home for Giorieto. Seats 5,000. It will be full later on, of course, when host nation take on Poland. So the Russians have now gone to a very deep 5-0-1 defence. Aguilar being individually marked. Aguilar, who didn't play in the opening game, number 10 for Spain. Ilina. Bobrovnikova. Ilina. And again the pass goes behind, but this time the referee see an infringement. Bliznova pushed as she went to make the pass by Chavez. Team timeout. Just the card will have been put on the table before the throw was taken, otherwise the table couldn't have blown. Got to be in possession, obviously. Timeout for Russia. Mikhailov, sounding like a man at the end of his tether, but he always sounds like that.
No podemos precipitarnos, ir al lanzamiento, ve al centro, una situación en blocaje, tener un poquito de paciencia, podemos coger, si nos hace una presión, sacar a un extremo y jugar un poquito más largo, y si no, abrir, y uno contra uno, Maca, Nerea, ¿vale? Seguimos en defensa, bloque defensivo, bloque, ayudamos con los brazos, ¿vale? Y atentas a los rebotes, vale, estamos,
So team timeout over, instructions given to the players. Spaniards maybe need to spread the play at the moment. They're trying to squeeze it down the middle and open it up and move the ball out wide. And the Russians not changing the lineup at the back. Bobrovnikova. Oh, completely surprised the right back, Ilina. And struggling to get into the game, Bobrovnikova. It's her first major competition for Russia. That's nice though. Ilina, that'll settle her nerves. 82 kilometers an hour. Bobrovnikova and Ilina, though, being taken off in defense and replaced by the more experienced players. Zielinskite in particular, a stalwart in the center of the defense. Oh, off the post, stays out. Looking for the long pass. It's there, needed a quick pass across the ground. And they've scored. Petrova. 12-10. Product of a good pass by Sidorova off this save. So close to going in. Into the wing, they're trying to spread it wide now, but there was no space there. Kuznetsova got back very quickly to cover it. That took a deflection. It is covered though. Blocked by Lopez to try and slow down the break. It works for a while at least. That's an attacking foul. Bliznova runs straight into the static defender and hands possession back. So Aguilar is in the center, number 10 for Spain on the ball now. She together with Anna Sen, number 8 for Russia, as I mentioned earlier, the two who play for Giorieto, the Hungarian champions. Cabral is back on again. Aguilar into the wing, a little bit more space now. Poor shot though, down the center. Sidorova, comfortable save. Russians on the break. Ilina looking for the line, she was too closely marked. A little bit untidy. Ilina still struggling to find her rhythm. Sen gets left on. Looks like the Bobrovnikova experiment has ended. Cherno-Ivanenko will go in on the right wing though, replacing Uskova. Good defense by Spain. When they get up to 9 meters, they really do block the players. Closed angle. Ah, Navarro just opened up the door. Cherno-Ivanenko makes it a 3-goal lead, and she knows she made a mistake. Navarro moved off the post, and a team timeout now called by Spain. Look at it again here, she goes in, it's a closed angle, but she just opened up too much. 13-10.
Tenemos que jugar un poquito más largo, no sale a la primera, circulamos extremo, si se quedan muy atrás, lanzamiento sorpresivo, no marcándolo, si lo marcamos están en el blocaje, y el repliegue defensivo, llega el balón hasta allí, no puede salir de allí porque estaban en pasivo, vamos ya.
More than anything else, they've got to put those chances away, make sure if they are going to shoot this from a good position, because they're being hit on the break otherwise.
Я не вижу Линейна, ни одной передачи Линейна. Линейный должен идти за мной. До края. Убежали в обратно. И так 2-3 раза.
Someone give that man a throat lozenge. He sounds like he needs it. So play resumes, 13-10 to Russia. Mange back on again. And that's a penalty, and it could well be a 2-minute suspension because Aguilar was caught very high around the neck. So, Schlinkskite took her hand back away, but I'm afraid anything around neck height will get you into trouble. So, Gonzalez comes on there. Schlinkskite taking an enforced break. Looks rather nervously after Trefilov. Hope he stays away. Martin scores again. She can do no wrong from 7 meters. The winger beats Sedoikina. Keeper went the right way, just got there too slowly. Cabral celebrates, but it's still a 2-goal lead for Russia with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Cabral now has pushed up with the extra player. Sen tries to go through, fouled by Mange. She gets a free throw, runs the clock down a little bit. Dmitrieva trying to get away, but Cabral is marking her like a shadow. Once more, Sen is left with the ball. Tries to do work on her own, but passive play is going to come up sooner or later. It's good defending, though, by Spain. Passive play, but it's an attacking foul anyway. So back on comes Chavez, not being used at the moment in defense. Interesting because in the first match she was used very defensively. Into the wing, big angle. Nicely done. Nayara Egoscu, 31-year-old winger, plays for Atletico Guardes. Had a brief spell at Bayer Leverkusen in Germany. So after a 3-0 spell by the Russians, Spain have hit back with 2. Just a few more seconds before the Russians are back to full strength. Nova can take her time coming back. 2.5 minutes remaining. Sen, Dmitrieva still being marked by Cabral. Free throw, but now they are back to full strength. Passive play, though, being warned by the Turkish referees. Sen tries a low shot, but it goes well wide. So Spain get possession back as Chavez ambles in onto the line. So Martinez also returned to play for the Spaniards on the right wing. Here she comes, big angle. Oh! Not such a great shot. It's only a second miss, mind you, of the competition. Scored 9 goals from 10, Martin, in the first game, 4 from 5 in this one, but on this occasion Sidorova was equal to it. Cut back there for Kuznetsova. Dmitrieva has got a bit more space now that the defense has gone back to 6-0. That's brilliantly played. It's going to be a penalty. Fouled in the act of shooting, and the clock stopped almost exactly on 1 minute remaining. Elorza, the player, at fault. Got herself a 2-minute suspension in the process. Not looking too impressed. Change the goalkeeper as well. Navarro's gone off. Ana Temprano has come on. There's the foul. Scores. Dawydienko. First dummy. Scores second time round. She also has a 100% record from the 7-meter line. Just over 40 seconds remaining. Spain will try and make this a long final attack in the first half. Trail by 2, and they're short-handed. Means they'll also start the second half short-handed. Cabral. Aguilar. The line play off. Martin comes around looking for the Kempe. Beautiful goal! maybe for the Russians to get one back right at the end. 10 seconds. Dmitrieva, Sen, they've got to keep the ball moving. They're getting bogged down, the Spaniards want that, and that let the clock run down. As Dmitrieva, I didn't realise the clock's running down. They'll have to take it, and so the Spaniards will put 6 or 5 players up rather in the wall, and Sen will try for a direct shot to close off this first half. As for the whistle, quick reminder from Ozdeniz. Sails over the top, and that brings to the end the first half. And with a stunning goal by Mange, they've closed it back to within 1. Bit of a seesaw half. The Spaniards seem to have the better of it for a long while, but a 3-0 turnaround by Russia has seen them take the initiative ever so slightly, but it's very finely balanced, this game. There is Mange, that beautiful little Kempe to close off the first half. And so half-time here in this Group A match. It's Russia 14, Spain 13. We'll take a short break, but join us again for the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the playing field. A fantastic dance group is called Rossi. Hölgyeim és uraim, egy hatalmas nagy tapsot kérni szépen a győri Brosis tánccsoport. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the Brosis dance group from Győr. És most kereskedelmi 5 percünk következik. Lássuk, kik azok, akiknek köszönhetjük, hogy itt vagyunk. Ladies and gentlemen, some entertainment on the screen.
Number 1, the dead fish. Number 5, the high leg lift. Number 7, the rack.
Erős verejtékezés. Kellemetlen foltok már a legkisebb stressz helyzetben is. Az idrosz tartós használata blokkolja a verejtékezést, hogy száraznak érezze a mindennapokat. Idrosz, és elszáll a verejték.
Nekem bevált, sportolás közben és a hétköznapokban is.
Ganger 30 minutter, 40 ganger 20 meter, 50 liter vann, 28 meter sportsstang, et halvt kilo krister og 5 millioner bankende hjerter. Det er godt å være forberedt. Gjensidig, stolt hovedsponsor av håndballhjelpen.
Szurkoljunk együtt a magyar lányok sikeréért. Kitört a kézilabda EB-mánia a nemzeti sportban. Exkluzív tudósítások, szakértői elemzések a mérkőzésekről és azokon túl. Kézilabda első kézből a nemzeti sportban és a nemzetisport.hu.
Kapcsoljon csúcsminőségre az osztrák fényekkel. Tankoljon a Volnál, és szerezze meg őket akár 60% kedvezménnyel.
Az EB hivatalos szállítója az új Mercedes-Benz B-osztály. Világszínvonal Magyarországról.
Osvieżenie od reklama. Pomóżmy wam je Osičko zrný radler. Originálna receptúra i tradicionálna príprava. Prírodní sástojci i kristalná kyslotona z 90 rodoviny. Usveže pocit pojednania čuvaného z kvalitetu i jedinstvený okus. Osičko, prvom hrvatskom prírodu.
to the Audi Arena in Győr in the northwest of Hungary. Day 3 in the Women's European Handball Championships. Second matches for these teams in Group A. And at half-time here, Russia leads Spain 13-12. Trefilov, who was so worried about the experience of the Spaniards, has found his team full of energy. They trailed for a lot of the game, but only by the odd goal. Eventually put in a 3-0 run to go 3 up, but Spain have dug deep, got him back to within 1. Very calm Trefilov on this occasion with his instructions. Remember, incidentally, that if you want more information, behind-the-scenes interview and lots of extra news, you can go on EHF-EURO.com. There's also EHF Euro Facebook, and indeed Twitter and Instagram. Plenty of information. So we're just about ready to get the second half underway here in Győr. Russia, who will be in a power play situation for just about a minute still. Just need to wait for the right time. I think we're ready. So here we go. The Russians throw off the second half, a 1-goal lead. Interestingly, both the players with long-range shooting struggled a bit. Anna Sen, 2 goals from 7 only. That's an attacking foul right from the off. Petrova coming out and colliding with Gonzalez. For the Spaniards, Fernandez, who was expensive in the first game with 3 goals from 7 attempts, has only got 1 from 4 so far. Who has stood out for the Russians is the goalkeeper, Sidorova. 8 saves from 18 shots, a 44% save rate, which is very good. Cabral, Mange coming in from the left side, looking for the line. It's way beyond the reach of Pinedo, the winger. Trefilov reverts to type. Nicely done. And Asen overlapping the defence, nice block on the end. 2-goal lead restored. I said 14-13 half-time, I think they've given it 1 short on each side. So Spain back to full strength again. Aguilar, Mange into the wing. Decent angle, but again, straight down the middle. Ball still loose. And Sidorova being trodden on in the process. Stood her ground. Follow-up shot by Pinedo, was inside the area anyway. She is human after all. Martin misses a second shot in the match. Shot efficiency now swung the other way around, with Russia on 60%, Spain on 48%. Mange pushes back and back. Dmitrieva not showing any signs of nerves. Looks for the line, brilliant. Nice finish. Dmitrieva, the provider. Makieva finishes. The 3-goal lead they had at 13-10 at the end of the first half is back again. That'll be a free throw. A Russian win here today, if they can hold on for that, would put them with 1 foot in the next round. Into the wing, that's nicely done. Needed a bit of pace back on the inside post. Pinedo. Possession built up by the Russians. Liznova. And Mange is constantly pushing out on the far side. She just darts out briefly, goes back again, tries to pick up the pass across. A little blow to the side of the head. You'll see it here in the follow-through. And there it is. She'll have a bit of ringing in her ears for a while. Lara Gonzalez, the 22-year-old who plays for French champions Metz. Saved by Navarro. She's not had such a great time in goal, but 6 saves from 21 only. Now the Russians are on the break. There's no one with her. She can go all the way. Oh, save by Navarro. Reacts to the criticism. 6 saves from 21 shots, 29%, which is low for a keeper. But that was fine save. Keeps the deficit at 2. Chavez waiting patiently. Cabral. Mange again looking for the line. It doesn't work. And the winger's cornered. Martin comes out for the free throw though. Good cover by Kuznetsova. Again and beyond the outreached hands of Cabral. Oh, bounced it too hard. Makieva. Chance goes begging for the Russians. A belated 2-minute suspension for the foul. The Turkish referees thought about it for a while. Makieva finally gets sent off. 5 minutes played then in the second half, a 2-goal lead for Russia, but they're now short-handed for the next 2 minutes, with the Bayamare line player being sent off. Oh, needed the ball, Mange. No infringement called because she wasn't interfering with play. Aguilar off the post, but she's got the free throw already. The whistle had gone. Dueñas, plenty of time to pull things back. That's not going to help though, as Mange tries the shot. The break is on. Oh, off the post again. 3 hits on the post, a one-handed take, and that's a shame because Sen did a very nice clean take, but of course it all came off the foul on Aguilar in the first place, and a penalty's been given. Just a lack of concentration. Martin wins it. Martin take it, one would assume so, with 4 from 4 in this game. As the goalkeepers are changed once more. Anna Sidoikina hasn't saved the penalty yet, but there's not going to count the Cabral shot, which went straight over the post. Martin. Sidoikina all over the place, with trying to make her mind up. Moved the first time. And again went the right way, just didn't get there quick enough. She subbed off straight away, and while they've got the extra player. Once more, Dmitrieva is individually marked by Cabral. They've let her go now, and instead focus their attention. No, she's still with Dmitrieva. Dmitrieva goes on the line, and Cabral just switches to Sen. Since she comes out again, she latches back on again. Well, it's quite an honour for the youngest player on the court to be given so much individual attention by the experienced Spaniards. Meanwhile, the Russians are running the clock down, but that won't count. Too many steps taken anyway. Mange, one of those darting runs. You could almost see it happen before she'd landed. And she'd re-accelerate into the gap, and Sidorova looks just a tad annoyed. It's all square again, 16 all. So the Russians back to full strength, but still Dmitrieva is being individually marked. Nothing given. Goalkeeper ball. Well, the Russians have found holes through the defence, but they're not putting their chances away. Fast breaks and breakthroughs, going begging. And that's going to be another 2-minute suspension. I wonder. A long look by Marienikova, the 32-year-old veteran of 87 internationals. And that's why. A hefty shove on Aguilar. Interestingly, the goalkeeper Sidorova, together with Uskova and Marienikova, three of the Russians, were in the gold medal winning team at the 2005 World Championships. Push as she went through to shoot, and that's another penalty for Spain. A 3-0 turnaround for the Spaniards. It could be 4 now if they can score this penalty. It's an easy decision for the Turkish referees. This time Sidorova will stay in goal. Goes the wrong way, and Martin maintains a 100% record, 6 from 6 at the 7-meter line. Managed to put a little bit of spin on it. So a 4-0 exchange now. And it's just over 6 minutes since the Russians last scored. They've had their chances. Broken through twice, had one fast break. And each time failed from 6 meters. Cabral brings down Kuznetsova. Should go off for 2 minutes. Around, but pulled her to the back. Jumps into the wing. Oh, lovely pass. It's off the woodwork again. 4 chances go begging. And it's now 7 minutes since the last goal for Russia. They've had the chances. The finishing just hasn't been up to the task, sadly, for them. And a 4-0 run by Spain has seen them now take control of the game. Both teams are short-handed, but the Russians will be back to full strength in a couple of seconds. Martin wisely pulls back out as Kuznetsova closes the door. So the Russians are back to full strength. Spain will be short-handed for just over a minute. Top corner, Nerea Peña. Not a particularly hard shot, just well placed, but it caught Sidorova completely wrong-footed. Peña's second goal. Good defending by Spain. To really spread it wide, pull the defence from side to side, even short-handed though Mange wants to do it. That's going to be a free throw. Liznova. Still 40 seconds on the power play. Well, finally, after nearly 9 minutes without scoring, to end a run of 5 goals, the relief on the bench is palpable. So 11 minutes played in the second half. A 16-13 lead for Russia became a 16-18 deficit at one point. Attack and foul. Nerea Peña again, effective in attack but also in defence, got back quickly, stood her ground, got in front of her. Well, you've got to argue, she's coming in from the side. It's an interesting call, because you would be tempted to say that that actually is not an attacking foul, because she was still in movement and she wasn't in front. Cabral, Mange. wings closed. Cabral again. Came off a defender, it'll be a throw-in from the corner. 12 minutes played. Ball, I think, may have touched Bobrovnikova, number 17, on the way round. Mange. Bobrovnikova comes out with the ball, but the whistle's already gone. Going for the little Kempe, through the legs of the keeper. Cabral. Not sure if she was the intended recipient. Looked as if they were about to give a penalty anyway, the referees. Third goal for Cabral from 5 shots. 2-goal lead restored for the Spaniards. Free throw. Well, what a turnaround in this half. 6-3. To the Spaniards. Last meeting between these teams 2 years ago in Serbia in the main round of the European Championships, 25 all on that occasion. 4 years since the last Spanish win. Peña, short of Cabral, she manages to retrieve the situation. Mange has now moved to the left-hand side, straight down the middle though, that's a penalty. Shoved in the act of shooting. Drives in quickly. Little handoff by Martin, but she got just through the defenders before they closed the door. It's a chance now for Spain to turn a 3-goal deficit into a 3-goal lead with the ever-dependable Martin against Sidoikina. Same side. Sidoikina moving slowly. It's the right side, but it's really by waiting effectively you lose the pace that you need to get there early enough. So a quick change of ball, it's collected a bit of dirt. So Trifilov must be frustrated. 3 goals in 14 minutes only from his team. As the Spanish defence has closed the door on them, but they've also missed 4 unmissable shots really from point-blank range. Either off the woodwork or straight into the keeper. Performance from Navarro in goal, 10 saves now. And another one off the post. To stay with Russia though. Dmitrieva, who's had a couple off the woodwork. Well, they're closing them down all the time, and of course all this does is for the referees bring up passive play before they can really get a full set play. That'll be another free throw. And the Spaniards defending ferociously here. Oh, that's good. More like it. Ksenia Makeyeva. So from a 14-13 lead at half-time. For Russia, Spain now lead 20-18. We're past the midway point in the second half. A win that would see Spain book their ticket for the main round with at least 2 points. Buenas looks on calmly. Gonzalez in the centre, didn't play in the first game, the number 27, and scores. A lot more play time in this game. Spanish back player, plays for Metz in France. Goal lead restored. Oh, and Cabral, second 2-minute suspension. She'll need to watch herself now because one more and it's a red card for her. Of course, they could replace after 2 minutes. Quarter too high. So can the Russians use this to good effect? Needed to go quicker into the wing. It's going to be a free throw. Martin claims too many steps. With Kuznetsova clearly fouled and trying to fight a way out of it. Such hard work by the Spaniards, side to side all the time. Well, a goal by Ilina, but to a great extent due to the fact that Mange got injured, holding her face, moved out of the line. Bliznova, in fact, the scorer. Brings the deficit back to 2. Still Mange is wiping her face. And so into the centre, Nerea Peña comes in. Lara Gonzalez at left back. Mange. Martin tries to drive through to get the free throw because the team were moving side to side. Seems to have taken a blow in the process, and it's a 2-minute suspension for Ksenia Makieva. And it's her second of the game as well. Let's have a look again. Yeah, caught her high. She tried to take her hand away, but by then the harm was done. It was an opportunist drive by Martin. I don't think she expected to get through, to be honest. I think she realized that passive play was about to come up, and let's try and get things kick-started again, drive in, and in the end comes away with a suspension for the Russians, which means both teams are now short-handed. Into the wing. Not a lot of space there, though, for Pinedo to do too much about it. Mange tries to shoot in the end out of desperation. Oh dear. Attacking foul again, and the ball wasted. And, the Russians very subdued on the bench now. They were flowing really nicely at the end of the first half, but well, you can see the cut on the lip there for Peña in that collision with Zilinskite. They would have been going up on a rare foray forwards, the defense specialist. Nothing given. Gonzalez seems surprised. Spain are back to full strength again now. Still only 2 goals in it, but the Spaniards looking very, very good in defence. They've got great lateral movement, closing the door all the time. And the Russians, unfortunately, have just been too expensive with their shooting. It's good defence by the Spaniards. As soon as Bliznova goes in, Chavez is pushing up and cutting her options. They're already marking out the left back. And the Russians are just lacking ideas at the moment, resorting to long-range shooting. Passive play was being blown, but Bliznova has been fouled, and it's a 2-minute suspension now for the Spaniards. Fouled by Pinedo from Bera Bera. Played for a while in Odense in Denmark. Hugely experienced, 154 internationals. So play resumes, both teams short-handed, but in about 10 seconds, Spain will be back to full strength again. Bliznova thought that should have been a penalty. She got through and her arm pulled back. You got some sympathy with her on that one. And the Spaniards, of course, not doing any favours to the Russians now as they try and run the clock down. Ilina. Makieva goes back in on the line. Another chance wasted. Story of the game in a way, under pressure. She takes a shot across her body, can't get any power on it, and goes into the side netting. And with less than 10 minutes remaining, Spaniards lead by 2. More to the point though, they look a lot more composed. Cabral switches back, Mange misunderstood, but manages to keep it in play. Cabral round the back, brilliant pass, it's off the post. Well, a bit of luck for the Russians, they've seen enough of the woodwork themselves. They'll sympathise. Knocked out of play by Martin. Ball stays with Russia. They are just lacking in ideas at the back, the Russians, unfortunately for them. This is when some of the older experienced hands like Kochetova, Postnova, and Andriushina would find the solutions. That's more like it. Score finally gets going again, courtesy of Polina Kuznetsova. Kuznetsova's 5th goal from 7 attempts, a 71% success rate. She's very good. Her sister Anna Yakireva is in fact in the long squad, but didn't make it into the last 16 of the Russian team for Euro 2014. Cabral. She'll come back for a free throw. Time ticking away, and although the Spaniards have been very solid in defence, the Russians will really look on their finishing as maybe what turned the game. Because even now they're just within 1 goal, despite what appears to be much better, smoother play by the Spaniards. Chavez picks the ball up, she thought it was hers, but the referee says no, that's a turnover. Spain at full strength, incidentally, should have reminded you. Please Nova, Dmitrieva. The option for Dmitrieva, though, is Ilina, who's been brought on in the centre, but oh, she's looking up and going, are you going to give me 2 minutes? I don't want to get up then. Let's have a look again. Wow. Maybe a harsh suspension, but that's her 3rd one. So it's red for Cabral. She will play no further part in the game, but they will be allowed to replace her after 2 minutes. Confirmation from the table to the Turkish referees that she will go and have an early shower. She can find a seat, that won't be too difficult just now. Oh, unforced error just when they got the extra player. So it will probably be Fernandez who will return in at the Peña has gone in, moved from the centre, and instead Macarena Aguilar, who plays for the local club Giurieto, comes on in the central role. Here she is. Straight down the middle. That's a penalty, push on the way through. Oh, and a 2-minute suspension as well. Jana Uskova, 29-year-old, plays for Zvezda. Push in the back. Looks like it. How much pressure was there, but the referees see a push in the back, and that's a reaction from Peña. Happy to take one for the team. Sedoikina comes back in again, but still no one has managed to stop Martin from 7 meters. And does it again. Rolls it off her fingertips, takes the pace off it. Beautiful. Drops off, and then it's off the fingertips. So 2-goal lead restored. The connections just aren't there for the Russians. Davydenko not quite sure what was coming next. Resorts to individual effort, but that's nicely done. teamwork could be the same way, that would be fantastic. Quick breakthrough. The 25-year-old who plays in Romania for Baia Mare alongside Makieva, the Russian line player. 6 minutes remaining, 1 goal in it. Mange into the wing. Oh, misconnected with Eguscu. Sidorova, veteran of 182 internationals for Russia, the goalkeeper. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic arming of the shot by Bobrovnikova, the Rostov Don left back. Brought her arm back and absolutely catapulted that. Look at this again. Great power, and they're all square. 22 all, team timeout.
Superioridad numérica. Vale, Macarena, hacemos la permuta. Con Nerea, en ese momento, Chávez, te vas. Para jugar fuerte 1 contra 1 ahí. Para sacar gol y 2 minutos. ¿Vale? Si no sale esa, jugamos la siguiente con cruce. Es superioridad numérica. ¿Vale?
Я ничего не понимаю, вы стоя играете, они проваливают вас, стоя. С этой стороны, кто крайний вообще? Ты край. Качни и сразу в край. Качни, напугай их сразу в край. Сразу в край.
Давай!
Не, второй шаг делать в нее, пусть тратит.
So play resumes after those team timeout by Spain, after the Russians have managed to claw their way back in and level the score. Goaleen's gone begging, but they've got it back at least now, courtesy of Chavez. Close, not close enough though. Russia, though, are back to full strength now. Back in on the wing goes Uskova. 5 minutes remaining. They're just crossing and then hoping that the line's going to be free. That's more like it. Opening the wing. Off the post again! Happening so often, I'd be tempted to get the measuring tape out and make sure it's the full regulation size. Shift in defence now. The Russians go to 5-0-1. Mange is going to be individually marked by Dmitrieva. She hangs back for the time being, not to get in the way. And instead, the winger comes around. Martin. Goal by Aguilar. Sidorova didn't move. It's almost as if she knew there was going to be a penalty if she did anyway, and so let it go through. Less than 4 minutes remaining, and now 2-goal lead for Spain. And the Russians came back from 2 goals down with 2 minutes to go against Hungary. Can they pull it off again here against Spain? Plenty of drama there. On Russian side. Oh, unlucky! Navarro got her hands to it. Onto the goal post and then back off her. 86 kilometers an hour from Sen. 4th goal for her from 10 shots. 3 minutes remaining, there's 1 goal in it. It is shades of day one again. Spain have to keep cool here. 2 points in this game and they're through to the main round. Ah, she wasn't controlling the ball. It's an interesting call again. Certainly a free throw. Well, was she? So I'd argue the defender standing inside. They say 2 minutes. I think that's very optimistic. Sidorova then. Martin. Beautiful. She just feels no pressure whatsoever. 9 from 9 at 7 meters. 2-goal lead puts the pressure back on the Russians. Just over 2 minutes remaining. They've been here before though. That's not going to help. Conceded 11 penalties in this match, the Russians. Cabral missing 1. Otherwise, Martin scoring the 9 she was given. The Russians, for their part, 2 penalties. Good look at the clock there, you can see. And the Spaniards are going to try and make this one long attack. They put in a second line player, attacking straight into the defense. Aguilar in no rush to get up. Trefilov, nothing much he can do now. The clock has been stopped. There's Aguilar. Well, that kills time as much as anything else, and she probably knew it. So it resumes. They've really got to try and steal the ball now, Russia, and move up, but they're staying back in a 6-0 defence, and the Spaniards will just move it laterally. That's an attacking foul. All those chances they've missed from close up will come back to haunt them, Russia. But if they lose here today, the Russians, they are by no means out of it for the main round. It's just that if they do go through, they won't have too many points. Compromises the semi-final. We're well inside the last minute. And time is running down. Surely Spain have done enough now. Good defending, and that's been the story this second half. Save by Navarro, and surely that's it now. Spain just have to run the clock down. Team timeout, Russia. There just isn't enough time left, even if they go to individual marking.
Можно узнать, для чего ты это делаешь? Куда ты лезешь? Ты сколько забила голов? 0? Какого ты хрена лезешь туда? А? Я попросил движения мяча, не тебя. Сейчас разыгрывайте 9 метров. Где там мяч? Передачу отдайте Давыденко. Давыденко, добро до ворот хотя бы так.
Zangri remonstrates with the mistakes made, but really what they need now is forward looking for the moment.
Seguimos defendiendo igual. No os quedéis trabadas para que no haya 2 minutos. Si hace falta, que tiren de fuera y trabajamos con los brazos. Pero sobre todo, Eli, que no haya 2 minutos. Pido yo tiempo muerto si nos meten gol cuando saquemos. Pero tranquila, ¿vale? Chicas. Pero que no haya 2 minutos porque si no nos presionan. Eso es. Lo mismo.
So it's going to take something monumentally spectacular for this to change now. That's 1. Spaniards will take their time getting the ball back to the line, and Trefilov thinks, well, we're within 1 now. Those chances we could have put away. But that's all ifs and buts, and that's for the review after the game. Individual marking, try and steal the ball. 1 mistake, and the Russians could take it up. But the experienced Spaniards just run it. Passive play being called by them. And they've lost possession. 2 seconds, though. It will come to nothing. And that's it. The buzzer has gone, and Spain have hung on with yet another late surge. Is it? No. Team timeout, in fact. That's more like it. 2 seconds left. Well, he was just trying to buy time.
Больше 1 неделю не работали на этом. Идите.
Well, 3 seconds, the clock has been reset. But the team timeout means the Russians won't have time to get back, and it's going to be defeat again. Or rather a win, let's be positive about it, for the Spaniards, and a place in the main round. First team to book their ticket. Aguilar will launch it, and there we go. Despite a late push by the Russians, there is no fairy tale ending for them as it was against Hungary. The Spaniards have hung on thanks to some excellent defending in the second half. They had been 3 goals down at the end of the first half. But the second half was all Spain's, and they've won 25-24. 9 goals by Martin from 11 shots. Must put her in contention for MVP. Mange got 5. Cabral 3 from 5 before she got red carded on a third 2-minute suspension. Kuznetsova for Russia got 5 from 7. Very commendable, 71% success rate. Sen 5 from 11 though, a tad more expensive. Teams lining up now for the MVP awards.
European Handball Federation is pleased
So Russia now need to get a win against Poland in 2 days' time if they want to go through to the main round.
Mr. Leopold Kalin, EHF Competition Commission Chairman, accompanied by Mr. Lajos.
The deception evident on the face of Ksenia Makieva. The Russians looking disconsolate on the left, while the Spaniards, job done. They're into the main round. They'll at least have 2 points. Well, Mange has got it. Powerhouse at the back, constantly driving and driving to open up the chances, not just for herself but for her team, and sportingly looks back.
And the best player of Russia is player number 16, Maria
For
Sidorova.
Russia, it's Sidorova. 11 saves of 30 shots. But you'll struggle to put a smile on her face.
Congratulations for both players.
It's their finishing that didn't quite work well. Her team are still going to welcome back into the ranks. It's a young team. Got some great new players, the Russians, but just couldn't get their flow going in the second half when the Spaniards really beefed up the defense and played superbly. Good lateral move, but the Russians will rue those missed chances. It could have been theirs.
And don't forget that today there is a game at 8:30.
What's coming up next is the one that the local crowd are waiting for, Hungary against Russia. Here are the statistics for the game. We will let you watch these statistics, but what we can tell you is that Spain are now top of the group on 4 points, ahead of Hungary, Russia, and then Poland on 0. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this game. Thanks for watching. We're back in a few moments for Hungary-Russia here in Győr. Hope you can join us then, but for now, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.